Hi everyone, I'm Jordan from House of Rhythm. I'm going to be teaching you a 45-minute rhythm and flow class. So this is an all levels class. If at any point you need to take a rest or just take a pause and regain your breath, you're more than welcome to do so. And you can use any props that you would like to during this class. I have a block just in case I need it. And let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start sitting on my block. I'm going to put it back here and come into an easy seated position. So easy sit is one leg in front of the other, one ankle in front of the other, rather than crossing up on the thighs or on the knees. So if you're not using a prop, you're just going to stack one ankle in front of the other while you're seated. Good. So if you don't have a block, you can also use a folded up blanket or a bolster, whatever feels best for you. So go ahead and get started. Just close your eyes. And you can place your hands on your knees, palms facing down or palms facing up, whatever feels best for you. Close your eyes. And try to relax your shoulders, maybe roll them back a couple times, forward a few times. Try to relax your jaw. And let your forehead relax. And start to lengthen the spine, grounding the sit bones. And not necessarily putting an arch in the back, but just making it nice and long through the crown of your head. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. One more deep inhale. Sigh it out. So you can keep your eyes closed here. On your inhale, if the palms are facing up, go ahead and place them down onto the knees. On your inhale, draw the chest forward, send the head up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, chest forward, head up. Exhale, round. So this is just a seated cat-cow. I'm just moving through those cat-cow movements. Getting the shoulders warmed up, the back warmed up. Good. On your last one, go ahead and make this your last one here. Come back to a neutral spine. Good. And if you're sitting on something, if you're sitting up on a block, I would remove it here. If you're sitting on a blanket, you can leave it if you'd like, because it's a little bit lower. So you're still going to have your hands down on your knees. On your inhale, you're going to start going to the right side. So you're going to draw the shoulder out to the right and then come forward. Draw the chest forward to the left and then roll back onto your tailbone slightly. So you're going in a big circular motion. And again, you can have your eyes closed here. Really feel the movements through your body. Feel your body warming up a little bit here. Start to go the opposite direction. We'll stop when you get to the back this next time and just kind of rock back and forth here. And then come forward, and we're going to do the same thing, just rocking back and forth, drawing the shoulders back, elbows back. Good. Make your way back to center. Now, what we're going to do is inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. On your exhale, drop that right hand down to the right side, and you're going to place the left hand on the right side of the head. So you're just kind of draping your forearm over your head. And then exhale and slowly draw your head over to the left side. So do this movement really slow. Be gentle with your neck and your shoulder, especially if you already have some pain there. Keeping the spine long. Jaw relaxed. On your exhale, release the left hand down to the mat. Inhale. Roll the head forward, so you're bringing the chin down to the chest. Just kind of rock it back and forth. And roll it all the way back up to center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, left hand comes down this time. Right hand comes to the side of your left side. And on your exhale, draw gently over your head over to the right side. And again, be very gentle here. You don't want to pull your head, you just want to gently place your hand on the side of your head and just weight it down a little bit. If this is too much, you're more than welcome to just place your other hand down on the mat as well. Good, exhale. And release that right hand down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, roll the head to center. You're placing the chin down to the chest. And just start to rock the head from side to side. And then last one, roll it back up to center. Good. So our neck's all warmed up, shoulders warmed up. And go ahead and come into a tabletop position. So we're going to be facing the top of the mat. Come to all fours. Fingers spread wide. On your inhale, drop the belly, send gaze up for cow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the head and tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, round. One more inhale down. Exhale, round. Good, make your way back to center, back to neutral spine. From here, we'll tuck the toes, spread the fingers wide again. Activate the core. On your inhale, press into the hands and toes, lift the knees off the mat, just do a hover. Pausing and breathing here. Again, activating the core, arms are active, your legs are active. Still breathing. knees down. Good. You can shift from side to side a little bit here. So you can keep the toes tucked, or you can untuck the toes, whatever feels best. We're gonna leave the left hand planted, reach the right arm out in front, and then extend the left leg out behind you. And let's flex the foot here. Keeping that core active, draw the navel toward the spine. Lifting up through that left shoulder. So we want to avoid sinking down into it. We're going to lift up, really push into that left hand. Exhale, tuck your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. 3 more, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale. And release down. Release that left knee down. Good, other side. So right hand stays down, again, fingers spread wide. Left arm reaches out, right leg reaches out. Good, flexed, core active. Exhale, tuck, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. 3 more, exhale. Inhale, 2, exhale. Inhale, 1. Exhale, inhale, good, release down. From here, tuck the toes, push the hips, up and back for down dog. And once you get here, pedal through the heels, shift the hips from side to side, whatever feels good. Send the gaze to the top of your mat and slowly walk your feet up to your hands. Good. Bend the knees, drop the head, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, head comes up last. All right, so we'll get started with a vinyasa flow, or a few vinyasa flows here. So, top of the mat, feet together. Stand up nice and straight, really get grounded with your feet, all 4 corners touching the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. You can keep the knees bent slightly if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, or you can bring the hands to the thighs, keeping that back nice and strong, nice and straight. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, again, bending the knees. Step back to a high plank. If you need to modify, you can drop the knees. Good, so we're holding here. Exhale, slowly lower chaturanga. Full or modified with the knees down. Inhale to a low cobra. Keep it low here. Activate the back, activate the core. Exhale, release down. And then we're gonna inhale, lift up again. A little bit higher. Exhale, release. And this time we're gonna bring the legs to mat width distance apart and bring your hands a little bit up ahead of your shoulders. So we're gonna spider fingers here. Inhale, push up, and take it as far as it feels comfortable for you. So we're pointing the toes, good, lengthening the neck, looking up toward the ceiling. Exhale, release. Bring the legs back together, plant the hands by the rib cage, tuck the toes, push up and back to down dog. Couple breaths here. Send the gaze to the top of your mat. Step, float, or walk your feet between your hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step or float back. Take a flow, moving through your vinyasa to down dog. Pausing here for a couple of breaths. Gaze to the top, step or float. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, so from here, go ahead and bring the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Turn the toes out to the top corners of the mat. And if you have tight hips, tight hamstrings, tight calves, you can grab your block. And on your exhale, bring the hands to heart. Exhale, start to bend into the knees. And we're making our way into Malasana. So we're dropping the tailbone, sit bones toward the mat here, opening up the hips. Keeping the spine long. Gently pressing the elbows into the knees here. If this is a little bit too deep for you, again, using the block, you can sit up on the block at whatever height feels comfortable for you. Good. So this is not so much a squat that we're trying to really engage. We're just trying to open up the hips here. So whatever helps you be able to open up, be able to relax. You want to get into that position. Good, so you can stay here if you have the block. If not, and you want to warm up the hips a little bit more, even if you have the block and you feel like you can do this, that's fine. So place your hands down on the mat and we're just going to rock from side to side, coming onto the balls of the feet and then dropping the heels, just moving from side to side. Last one, and make your way back to center. Plant the hands, lift the hips, and then heel toe the feet back together. Good, bend into the knees here. And then we're gonna plant the hands all the way down, step back into a high or modified plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, down dog. With control, step the right foot between your hands. Pivot the left foot down about 45 degrees here. So hips are squared to the top of your mat. And you can heel toe that right foot out a couple of times, kind of railroad the feet here so you can get the hips squared a little bit more. Inhale, reach the arms up for warrior one. Holding here, and no need to worry if your feet aren't super far apart. Whatever feels best for you. You want to keep that front knee and ankle in line and seal the outer edge of that left foot into the mat. Again, hips squared to the top, adjusting as needed. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the left toes, step that right foot back. So if you want to keep that right foot floating through chaturanga, that's fine. If not, you can put that right foot down. Inhale, step the left foot through, pivot the right foot down. Warrior one, rise up. Again, squaring the hips to the top of the mat. Front knee and ankle in line. Outer edge of that back foot sealed against the mat. Breathing here, keeping the jaw relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale, release the hands. Step the left foot back, take a flow. Good, on your exhale, release the knees down to the mat. And go ahead and make your way into child's pose. We're gonna stretch the side body a little bit here. Big toes together, knees apart. Sink the hips back, forehead down to the mat. On your exhale, walk both hands over to the right side. Releasing the forehead back down to the mat. And you can stretch that left arm out a little bit more to get a deeper stretch in that left side. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Exhale, hands come over to the left. Again, option to reach that right hand out to the left side a little bit more. Inhale, hands come back to center. Walk the hands back up to center. And from here, we're going to lengthen the legs out in front. Actually, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. And place the thumbs in the arches of the feet. Draw the feet open like you're opening a book. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Getting a nice hip stretch here. And you can gently press the elbows down into the thighs here. Or you can keep the elbows tucked back toward the hips. One more inhale here. Exhale. And release. Slowly come back up. Bring the knees back together. Extend your legs out in front of you. Feet are flexed. Again, get even on the sit bones here. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. So you're drawing the feet back. We're drawing the toes back toward the shins. And you want to avoid the toes or the ankles turning in. So again, placing the hands on the outer edges of the feet and drawing that part back here. You can keep your knees bent if you'd like, or if you'd like a little bit more and you have a block, you're more than welcome to place a block at the end of the feet, keeping them flexed, and then folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the stretch. So I'm going to face this way. You can stay facing that way on your mat if you'd like. So now we're going to bring the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh. Flex the right foot, sorry. Again, even on the sit bones here. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, slightly rotate the torso toward that right leg. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping that right foot flexed once again. And again, if you're very flexible and you'd like to put a block out here, that's totally fine. You can do that here as well. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the stretch. So we'll switch legs. Sole of the right foot comes to the left inner thigh. Left foot is flexed. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left, fold forward. Breathing here. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Good. So from here, let's go ahead and come into a straddle. So we'll stretch both legs out wide. So we're coming into a straddle, and that can be however wide you want it to be. So not full middle split here, but just kind of at an angle here. If you're a little less flexible, you can bring the legs in a little bit more. You can grab your block because you might need it. And also you can keep your knees bent if you need to. Another good prop to use here would be a strap. I don't have one, but you could put it across here and then hold the sides. So we're coming into our straddle, and I'll show you the block first. So I will have my block out in front of me, and you want to keep your feet flexed here, toes pointed up toward the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk the hands out in front of you. We're coming into a forward fold here, wide leg forward fold. And if you'd like, you can stop here and just simply rest your forehead down on the block. Again, toes are pointed up toward the ceiling here. So this is a little bit more, can be a little bit more relaxing. So if you have really tight hamstrings, this can be really intense even with your head resting on the block. If you're a little bit more flexible and you're looking for something that's just a little bit more relaxing rather than stretching or strenuous, you can just rest your forehead down. Good. And if you don't want to use the block, you don't have to. You can come up to your forearms here, you can put a couple pillows here, or you can walk the hands all the way out and rest the forehead down on the floor or on the mat. Again, this whole time trying to work toward rotating out, so you're keeping the toes pointed up. We'll take a couple more breaths. Next inhale, walk the hands back up to center. Good. So shimmy those legs back together, hardest part. And we'll go ahead and come back into Baddha Konasana. So place the soles of the feet together, knees apart, thumbs in the arches of the feet, open the feet up. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Go ahead and move all the way down onto your back here. Keep that block close by. So knees are bent, pointed up toward the ceiling. Soles of the feet are flat down on the mat. Arms down by your side, palms facing down. And you can wiggle the shoulder blades together just a little bit here to lengthen out the upper back and to lengthen out the neck against the mat. So on your inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up toward the ceiling. Hold here. Exhale, roll the spine down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more. This time we're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So grab your block and you can have it on the lowest level, medium. I would suggest not moving to the highest level yet, but if you feel really warmed up, you can go ahead and do that. On your inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips, and you're sliding that block under the low back. So you're placing the edge of that block right above the tailbone. So if you feel like the block is like all the way in the middle of your back, go ahead and move it down slightly. You want it kind of supporting your hips in this supported bridge posture. At this moment, you can let your arms relax a little bit more. You can face the palms up if you'd like. And this is a great posture if you have a lot of lower back pain, if you're standing or sitting a lot throughout the day, if you walk a lot, running, or even if you're on your menstrual cycle, this is a really good way to help release cramps and release some of that pressure that you might have in your low back and in your abdomen. So like I said before, if you want to change the height of your block, you can do that now. So since you've been resting in this position for a little bit now, you can lift the hips slightly and then turn the block up a height, a level. And that's totally up to you. If you're chilling where you are with the height that you're at, just stay there. I know once you find that sweet spot and it feels really good, you just don't want to move. So breathing here. You can close your eyes if you'd like. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Relaxing the jaw. Shoulders are relaxed. On your next inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up off the block, and slowly remove it. Place it off to the side, keeping the hips lifted. Roll the spine down. Good. Once you get all the way down to the bottom, just sway the knees from side to side. And bring the knees back to center. Hug both knees in toward your chest. Squeeze them nice and tight. And then just start to rock from side to side here. Kind of like happy baby, but you're keeping the knees in toward the chest. And then we'll start to take some circles with the knees. So whichever way you start, that's fine. And then we'll start to move into the opposite direction. So making some big circles. We're just massaging the low back on the mat. And finish up your last round. Knees come back to center. So again, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that this is one of my favorite postures. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, soles of the feet together, knees apart, dropping the feet down, and letting the hips open. And you can come into cactus arms here, opening the chest a little bit more. I have very tight shoulders, so this kind of helps me relax my shoulders a little bit more. But if you feel comfortable with your arms down by your side, that's fine too. And close your eyes here. Reconnect with the breath. Stay here for a couple more breaths. And then if you'd like, you can move into a more traditional Shavasana. So you can stretch the legs all the way down to the end of your mat. And you can leave the arms here, or you can bring your arms down by your side. Take up as much space as you'd like also. Just keep your eyes closed. Get into that full relaxation for a couple of minutes here, and I'll let you know when to start incorporating movement back into your body. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your ankles and wrists a few times in each direction. And gently sway your head from side to side. Just massaging the back of the head on the mat here. Bring your head back to center. We're going to come into a full body stretch. So lengthen your arms out overhead, bring the legs together, and point the toes, stretch into a long line. So just like you're waking up first thing in the morning and you want to get that good stretch in. Exhale, release the stretch. Draw your knees in towards your chest, and then slowly roll onto either side. You can use your arm as a pillow, your bottom arm. You're just resting here in a fetal position. Again, keeping the eyes closed. Next inhale, slowly push yourself up with your right or left hand, whichever arm is on top, and slowly make your way into a seated position. So just like we started out class. And if your eyes are open, go ahead and close them once more. Hands to heart center. Inhale deeply through your nose. Sigh it out. One more deep inhale. And release. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for class today. Make sure to check out our other videos. We have our Yoga On Demand page at www.houseofrhythom.com. And then you can also find us on Facebook and on Instagram at House of RhythOM. So on Instagram, we post a few tutorials every once in a while, and then we keep everyone updated on class schedule and everything. And then on Facebook, we do release free videos every once in a while, so check that out. Thank you for joining me once again. Namaste.